So let's talk about specifically like the assisted living world and when it comes to billing.
Yeah.
So in the assisted living world, we're still kind of in the Wild West.
We are. Arizona.
Yeah.
Right.
And there's not a whole bunch of, I don't know, let's call it, you don't have a whole lot of options. So that was one of the reasons that I created this program working specifically with this group,
right,
to where we can now customize this plan directly for them. So it just fits into their business, fits into their budget. When it comes to the billing aspect of it, typically you're either going to put somewhere around 20 to 25% down. Now, in a commercial insurance policy, the minimums are usually around, you have to hit at least 25%. So beyond fees and commissions, which are paid out directly from the insurance carrier, not from the client or the policyholder.
Right.
So when we write an assisted living policy, I'm actually taking that very similar to how like a car note would work,
right?
Except it's over just the course of a year. So you're going to put 25% down, and then you're going to make 10 equal monthly payments.
Right.
In the meantime, me as the representative, not only for that insurance company doesn't offer direct financing. So I have relationships with what are called premium finance companies, where I put the guarantee that insurance, that policy holder is going to make that payment. So if they don't, I'm on the hook for that. So that can be a little bit rough. I would say 99% of the time, there's no issues. We have great clients. I can always kind of tell when we're going to have a billing issue. You can always tell up front. There's a few key things, and we can get into those if you want, but I don't think we have to.
No.
But when it comes to that, yes, I do take on that risk of the financing. But it is a very aggressive pricing.
Yeah.
I think kind of a good segue into the release of this new program is what we've negotiated with this private carrier and this group is basically you're going to pay $1,000 a bed per bed for the year. So if you've got a 5-bedroom house or a 5-bed assisted living, $5,000, you're going to be in compliance with United Healthcare, Access, all of these. 20% down on that, roughly, what's 20% of 5,000? 25%. $1,200 down with those monthly payments. So very, very simple program. Again, you have a 6-bed, it's going to be $6,000. 7, 8. One of the things that will finalize is if you have like a 10-bedroom house. And it's kind of like going to McDonald's and ordering the number 1 instead of the hamburger, fries, and a Coke.
Right.
So if you've got a multiple house situation, if you've got 10 or more beds, then yes, we're going to be able to extend a little bit of a discount to that because that's
nice.
Larger opportunity.
Larger opportunity. Yeah.
But you can typically budget, whether you're a new house or an existing house, about $1,000 a bed a year.
Well, $1,000 a year is what, 80?
I mean, you're going to make that. You're
$83
going to make that in the first 15 days.
Right. I mean, $80 a month
in a bed
per bed. You know, that's really inexpensive. Considering what you get in the back end, the coverage you get, and if you actually need to use the policy.
Well, so that's what it is, and I think that's where insurance becomes
it's pennies
beast
on the
of
dollar.
burden versus value.
Yeah.
So insurance is an exchange of a large amount of money for a promise for a larger amount of money.
Right.
Now, insurance companies aren't in the business of paying claims.
No,
they are for-profit organizations.
Right, absolutely.
So, and each claim is different. And if you have a claim, we're dedicated to working through that claim to make sure that it comes out best for you.
But I mean, if you have a claim, you don't want to lose your whole business because of it. That's what the insurance is for.